Oh, what is up, people? ¿Qué lo que? What is up? So, I just wanted to first apologize. I've been very sick. I sound way better than I was last week. I haven't been able to make videos. I haven't been able to live stream. Anyways, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. I still don't sound 100%, very congested, but it is what it is. I need to talk about some stuff, okay? I want to talk about this video. I want to talk about Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake and the trailer we got from the direct that, you know, was shown last week. Apparently we got like a 1 minute trailer almost. It was like 49 seconds or something. And then apparently Japan got like 2 minutes, something like that, which I'm not surprised about. I'm a little surprised. Well, it was a partner showcase. For some reason I had an idea it was an indie showcase. I think there might have been both directs. I don't know. I didn't watch them, obviously. But anyways, I wanted to talk about that bit of information. Because, my God. Before that, I just wanted to quickly shout out my members on the channel. So right now, I'm going through a weird period where YouTube wants me to verify some stuff. So I'm still in the process of doing that. So I'm not getting paid, basically. But I do appreciate the Pokey Kid for reaching out and asking about that. So thank you, Pokey Kid 01. Appreciate you, man. And then I wanted to also just quickly update everyone on my card game. So I've actually put the game on pause, the store on pause, because I'm adding a lot of new features to the game itself. So I am improving everything from the details of the cards to adding a new feature. So yeah, it should be a lot funner, a lot cooler, and a lot more appealing. And then besides that, I'm working on an adventure mode. So anyways, I'm doing a lot of stuff. So please be patient with me. I will let you know when the store opens up again. But yes, okay, that's all out of the way. Let's talk about the freaking trailer, okay? And all the news too, because there's also been some different news with Dragon Quest. Well, mostly the release of Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince on, I think it got released on Steam and also mobile. For $30 and includes all of the DLC, which they should have done that the first time they released the game, but whatever. I understand why they did that, so it's all good. But anyways, before I talk about that, I really want to talk about the HD-2D Remake information. So basically, like, it might have not even been that big of a bit of information for most people, but for me, this was huge, okay? And they only showed it for like 5 seconds, but you can change the character you create as party members. You can change their appearance. And it wasn't like a crazy amount of customization. It was just like the color of the hair, the hairstyle sort of thing, and that was about it. But oh my gosh, guys, like, that gives you so much like playing room for customization, for personality of like the characters you're creating, to the point where you can, like, for me, for example, the reason why I love this, I absolutely love this, is because, and I've said this in a lot of my videos, but when I'm creating characters, for me personally, I like to make them look like me and my party members that I'm naming them after, right? And what I like to do is I like to, obviously make it a little bit like, make believe, I guess you could say, or pretend. And I like to make my party members look like my family, but obviously, like maybe change the hair color a little bit or whatever. I usually still make myself bald, but, maybe I just put myself with super short hair. I hope there's a beard feature. I would love that, but I doubt it. That's probably asking too much. But anyways, the point is, I'm really happy about the customization of the characters. Now, this is gonna sound super, super bad, and I know that my opinion on this is incredibly controversial, but this was one of the reasons, and I know this might sound dumb, again, I get it. This was one of the reasons why I felt Dragon Quest III is my least favorite Dragon Quest game, originally, right? Again, I've played the mobile version, and I've played the Game Boy Color version, but I've always felt that, and it makes sense as to why, but like, for example, the vocation system was very, like, bare bones. It was like the first one ever created, right, in history. So I don't give it like a lot of crap because of that, because I get it. But still, the reality of my feelings is that and besides a couple other issues in terms of balancing and stuff, and like the open world aspect was just kind of, it was just very, I don't know, and the story, like, pacing wasn't the best. I don't know, in terms of those things, which again might seem simple or dumb, for me, made it to be the least favorite Dragon Quest in my opinion. Because like in 2, for example, sure, you only have 2 party members. I actually very much enjoyed them, and I enjoyed the world, and I know it's like a stupid amount, like bigger than it should be or whatever, or like there is definitely issues with the world in 2, don't get me wrong, but I think mostly because of how much I enjoyed the party members, because they actually have personality, and because of like the short amount of time that it takes to beat the game, and the amount of progression it has, like, everything just feels good, right? That's why I actually very much enjoyed 2. It's still my second to last, favorite game in the series, but whatever. And then, 1 for me is just a really good experience because it's short, it's fun, it's simple. So yeah, so basically 3 has been my least favorite. But what I'm trying to say with all of that is that I believe this will heavily change where I will be placing 3 after this game comes out, because there's many things I really much enjoy about what this game is going to do. First of all, I've already talked about the customization of the characters, which is huge for me, like I said, but the graphics are incredible. I also love that you can see your party before you attack. That gives you more of like a actual feeling of like that you're there, if that makes sense. And I'm not a huge first-person turn-based RPG battling enthusiast. That's why literally all of the Dragon Quest games where it is first-person is usually before the ones that you can actually see your characters. So I very much enjoy seeing your party members. That's something I've always loved in turn-based RPGs. And so this, and just being able to see your party before you attack, for me, is huge. So that's already a big plus, right? And then besides the customization, the world looks gorgeous, the graphics look gorgeous, everything about this game looks absolutely gorgeous. So all of that combined, all of the upgrades it's received, I think this game is shaping up to be a game that it's probably going to be in one of my top 5. Like, I would not be surprised at this point. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see where it gets placed. Sorry, I just needed a quick sip of water. And when I say sip, I mean freaking chug. But anyway, so I am extremely ecstatic. I mean, I've already made a couple videos about how hyped I am of this game, but this little tiny feature really just took, like, man, made me so happy. Like, and the focus of the trailer was the Beastmaster, which, don't get me wrong, I'm also really excited about, because some people were talking about it online, but like, does it mean you can recruit monsters? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's mostly just like you can take their abilities. Maybe it'll kind of work like Monster Hearts from Dragon Quest VII. Who knows? But either way, I'm excited to try out the new vocation and see how that works. But yeah, I'm so excited about this game. I really just cannot wait. November could not come quick enough, so I cannot wait. Now, I think I've said everything I wanted to say with Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake. Now let's move on to the bit of news for Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince, and it being released on Steam and for a much lower price and everything. Now, I'll be 100% honest. I'm not like mad about that. I think some people were expecting me to maybe be angry about that because you know, it's lower priced, it comes with everything, and blah blah blah. I'm actually really happy that they did this, because this gives Dragon Quest so much more exposure for this game. But I will say, what I am a little annoyed about, I guess you could say, is honestly, this game releasing on mobile says a lot, in my opinion. Like, this game, the controls of Sorrow made me think this game could be a mobile game. Because when you move Sorrow around, it just feels a little off, you know? And I think this is the reason why. I think it's because they were building the system for it to be compatible on mobile. Now, I could be totally just speculating and not know what the hell I'm talking about, but it just, for me, it makes sense now as to why Sorrow feels the way he does. The world looks the way it does. Why it's had so many like bits of performance issues, because I feel like this game was probably kind of built for mobile at first, just like Treasures. And I would not have been surprised if they would have announced Treasures for mobile, but I think they decided to do the Dark Prince instead because it was much more popular than Treasures. I'm assuming. I don't think Treasures sold very well at all. I think the Dark Prince sold much more than Treasures did, and so they decided to put this one on mobile instead of Treasures. So That's my opinion. But for me, it makes sense as to why, like, it suffered, you know, on the Switch with, like, performance issues and also the graphics and stuff like that. So it's very interesting to see it released on mobile. But again, I am happy this is a thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little tempted to buy the game on mobile, but honestly, I wouldn't play it at all unless I was, like, streaming it through my phone or something. And I don't know, I just, like, don't like, I'm not gonna buy it because I've already bought it, I've already beat the game, I've played it a ton. Like, I very much enjoyed it. I really have. And so I wouldn't buy it again. But again, I'm really happy this is a thing for everyone that's wanted to play this game that has been able to, and for the simple fact of exposure. Like, this is what is going to help Dragon Quest at the end of the day, is it being in other consoles besides just the Switch. You know, this is going to help it for sure. And on mobile, it should also help, although I don't necessarily think mobile is going to help a lot, because a lot of people don't like games on mobile. A lot of people dislike mobile gaming. But the addition on Steam, I think, is what really is a good thing. So I'm happy about that for everyone. But yeah, so I am excited for people. I'm happy about that. And so yeah, I hope people enjoy it, take advantage of it. Now, am I a little bugged about the part that it includes the DLC? Maybe a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, yes, but not enough to warrant me to, you know, like, freak out or anything, because I think that it's a really smart, like, business decision and tactic to include all the DLC in this case. You know, I think it was a good idea to make it a, like, cost, like an extra cost when it first came out. I don't know, it was a little too expensive in my opinion. That's why I didn't buy any of it. But I understand why they did that, you know, and now I understand why they're doing it again, because it's an incentive for people to buy the game in general. So yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm happy for everybody. So yeah, in terms of Dragon Quest news, I don't know if the Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince was part of the Direct, but it was definitely released on the same day, so I think that was definitely cool. But yeah, I'm really happy for Dragon Quest. We seem to always be progressing. We're always just getting a little bit more exposure, you know, getting a little bit more attention, making some right moves, you know, like the whole fact of Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake is huge. I cannot wait to hear about 2 and 1. What treatment, what new features, what new things, what it's going to look like even. You know, when we actually get the trailers for those games. I'm super excited about that. But for now, I cannot wait to play 3. Like, I cannot wait. It's going to be a masterpiece. I already know I'm going to love this game. And maybe I shouldn't have expectations as high as I do. I don't necessarily want to say I have expectations, but everything I've seen so far has made me just so incredibly happy and hyped that I cannot wait for this game. And I'm really excited as well for, I think there's going to be people that are actually going to play this game that have never played Dragon Quest. Like, I think there's going to be a new audience with this game. So I'm really happy because you could tell they worked their butt off. They did a really good job, and it just looks so amazing, bro. And so I cannot wait. But anyways, now I'm just rambling. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.